Today on the Platinum Patrol, we have another game from the Perfection, up against his Terran opponent, Uber Soldate. We have a GLHF race coming out of Perfection. Opponent must have been a random player. And let's see what we've got. No, Protoss Cheese. Alright, so as soon as you say something like this, well, as me, if I see someone say something like this, I assume they're a Terran player. And it looks like the Perfection also assumed he was a Terran player. Also, we'll see what else he does, but yeah. As soon as they start complaining a little bit, I assume they're a Terran player. If they're whining about cheese, or if you were a Terran, I would, but ZNP cheese galore. The thing is here though, he's a random player, and random players cheese the most of every race because they have an advantage when doing so. ZOP. So we have our player complaining about cheese is about to cheese his opponent while playing as random. As soon as I type this much, I also assume they're cheesing me. I'm guessing the Perfection also does this as well. Even if he doesn't, he now knows there's a cheese. Well, maybe he doesn't. Maybe his opponent's just really bad because he's random and really bad at Terran. That's possible because he does see a barracks in his main. There's also a barracks over here, which started second. The Perfection may have an idea what's going on here. There's always the chance though that your random opponent is really bad at the race they got. So maybe he doesn't know. Looks like he's going to try and wall this off. Probably a good idea to stop any Reaper coming out. Alright, now I am confused. Why are there two barracks in the main and two proxy barracks? I don't think this... What is he doing? Building a Reaper in the main and a Reaper from his proxy. I am so confused right now. I think this guy made up his own build, and it's really bad. Because these are, is that a fifth barrack? You have 5 barracks? How do you afford to produce out of these? I don't think you do. You only have one guy, I guess. You have 9 SCVs mining minerals. Alright, well, we'll see if this cheese gets the Perfection caught off guard. Is he going to scout with a Reaper? So this one's going to kill a probe. He's going to scout with... No. So he F2'd his whole army back. As in his 2 Reapers. What's the point of the proxy if you bring a proxy unit back to defend your main? I'm so confused right now. I don't think he's getting more SCVs. This must be some kind of custom build. But he's only producing 3% at a time from 4 barracks. This one's like not making anything. Okay, now he builds it. Now he's 4 at once. See if this build actually works. This one's not producing anything. He doesn't have enough gas for this to be continuous production. He realized it with 2 more in gas. Does he have enough minerals though? I feel like he might want some more. Oh well, let's see how the Perfections are getting ready to defend this. Has a Stalker here. Got the main blocked off. Has a battery in the main. Stalker in the main. What has he seen? So he's seen just the front wall. So he doesn't know what the cheese is, but he knows there's a cheese coming. See, look, he's still only releasing 4 Reapers. I think he has at least 1 extra barracks for this build. Now he can build another one, and they'll just start the cycle again. Well, let's see. Here come the Reapers, by the way. Right into the... Well, they can't get in the main, because there's a wall here. So that's good. They'll probably have to come into here. The Stalker, he'll probably pull the probes back to the main where he's got the battery. Wait. There's a hole there? Oh no. Perfection's in so much trouble now. The battery over... Well, he uses the battery, the Stalker dies. He has like 2 Stalkers. What's he gonna do? The Mortal's coming out, right? No, it's a Prism! Oh no. He has, these 2 Marines show up. The Stalker's gonna die. How does he hold this? He has the super overcharge, right? But... Is the Colossus coming out? Looks like he was waiting for Colossus drop, but now everything's ruined. He's getting his workers destroyed, but the thing is, he just lost what? 19 probes, he still had a worker because his opponent never built any. So his opponent's also not building any Reapers anymore. Imagine if there are 6 more Reapers here right now. This Stalker goes down. These two Marines are shooting at the Prism, which is nice. Oh, the Perfection loses all of his workers. Oh my goodness. 3-2. 0 workers left. This Colossus has to win the entire game by itself. It's 8 supply now. He has a Prism and a Colossus. These are the only units he owns this entire game. To be fair though, they killed all of these Reapers off. Probably just need some better micro from the Reapers there. At least Marines shooting the shuttle. That would have been nice earlier too. Think about it, they just did what? 640 damage to this Nexus shields. They could have killed this Prism like 2.5 times over. Would have been pretty nice to kill that, wouldn't it? You know, I always thought a shuttle had 100 health and 100 shields, but apparently only has 80 health and 100 shields. It's weird. So this guy's all his barracks are not producing anything. How is he planning on surviving? Well, he doesn't have to do anything, right? He can just like build a missile turret. Of course he doesn't have anything. Too busy building this hidden base over here instead of anything to defend with. So this Colossus is here. Let's see what it can do. Remember, he's up to 10 probes now because he 2 Nexuses to recover pretty quickly, but he was down to 0. So we had no mining for several minutes. This should still be doable for both either player at this point. If this hidden base starts mining, he should be fine. I'm not sure why these SCVs are going down here. I imagine you send these back to the main, right? Or your hidden base at least. I think the Plat Patrol saw, or no, I think the Perfection, no, he didn't see it. Perfection didn't see what I thought he did. I guess he doesn't know where these SCVs are. So these Reapers came back and they got a couple more probes here. Actually, they got 0 more probes. I assumed they got some probes, but apparently they only did shield damage. Prism and Colossus is trying to make up its mind about what to do. And at this point, the Perfection is up by 6 workers. So still has this Colossus. There's nothing to fight the Colossus. And there could be, you just didn't build anything. This Colossus has 27 kills, by the way. Reapers are back in the main. Looks like they're harassing some probes. 4 Reapers is enough to kill the Stalker, but not on the batteries with it. We'll see if he rotates around. He's getting a lot of workers. I just said the Perfection is up to like by 60, like 14 or 15. Now he's back to a 9 again. I'm not sure if shooting this refinery is helping, but I also like how the commands are lifted and landed again. Dropping a mule apparently. I guess. I'm assuming that was a mule. A recall out, so this Colossus will take care of these. Actually, I think this Stalker's got this too, although the battery is being focused down. It would be nice to just put a pylon here so this can't keep happening. I'd just like to point out that our buddy here, Uber Soldate, has 5 SCVs and 4 of them are still here in the bottom left corner of the map doing nothing. Maybe we should put them up here in mine. He would literally triple his SCV count just by using these guys to do something. So we still have Reapers being produced here. This Colossus is going back into the main. The Perfection doesn't really have any defense, just got the 2 Stalkers. It should be enough though, I guess the opponent can't build anything. Colossus goes in and takes out another SCV. I imagine the Perfection at least suspects this base. Right? Or at least this one. He suspects there's a hidden base because why else would his opponent still be in the game? If they just stay in the game to BM you, they usually type at you. So this guy probably still thinks he has a chance. But he doesn't. He's about to lose 70% of his SCVs because they weren't doing anything anyway. I still guess it doesn't matter. He doesn't even run them away. He just like lets it happen. Did he even notice? No, he's too busy microing his Reapers in the main to care about his worker count. Now, let's just think about this from the perspective of our Terran player while we watch him for a little bit. he is aware that he has 2 SCVs. He's aware he has 8 total supply. He's aware his opponent is on 2 bases with at least okay-ish saturation. And that his opponent has a Colossus. Why are you still here? I'm so confused. What is the plan? Is me a cloaked Banshee and hope there's no observer? A cloaked Banshee and a Viking? You know what's hilarious here? A Viking would kill this. If there's a Viking in his main earlier, maybe he doesn't lose everything. I mean, it wouldn't kill this, because there's a Stalker in here. Well, you can kill it and land and kill the Stalker, it depends. But the Prism and Colossus are countered by a Viking. These guys are back here again. Looks like we're actually going to depower some structures. Just popping out, oh, second Colossus. So leaving this Colossus here to keep the base safe. Running low on workers, but he does such a supply and worker advantage anyway. Yeah, kill the refineries. I'm also confused why this guy keeps dropping his mules here where they can be killed. It looks like we have our Terran player unable to produce anything. Unable to get any resources. Yeah, these are not protecting this. Especially if a Colossus shows up again. I must say, this was supposed to be a Colossus drop, I think. But, there was definitely a Colossus dropped from a Prism repeatedly. It just wasn't in the spot I expected. Alright, so you know what this reminds me of? Did you know in StarCraft 1, where you get like 5 workers, or 4 or whatever it is, and they take 2 years to mine anything for you to actually start doing anything? That's what this guy's doing here. He just went back to StarCraft 1, and he's on the starting workers, just pretend the mules don't exist, and to take him 5 minutes to do anything. When he gets there, what's he gonna do? Because I guarantee whatever it is won't work at this point. Just look at the supplies and the workers. Oh, it's gonna be a concussive mine marauder push. Alright. I love it. No, I don't. I hate it. Why are you still in the game? So, what's this? A Prism and a Zealot with a Stalker? I guess they're stuck in here. So right, here comes the big push. 3 Stalkers and 2 Colossi. Have you ever seen a bigger push than this before? I would say that you probably did. And it would probably have happened 10 or like 8 minutes earlier. The classic 1332 Colossus, 5 Stalker, 1 Zealot timing. Alright, so we're gonna kill these barracks. Looking at those barracks across the map. These Reapers should just run. And stop building SCVs here. He keeps coming back in and killing your stuff. Why do you keep putting stuff here? It's not like you are building out of both at the same time and you can't afford the production space. You have this one right here. He's not building any SCVs. Oh, we got the Viking. 10 minutes earlier, this would have saved the game. I love how there's 3 tech labs here, and we're just making 3 Marauders at once. And now we're supply blocked for the rest of the game, probably, as we lost our depots in the main. Although I'm kind of confused. Okay, yeah. Should probably force us to lift and kill it. I would say Uber Soldate is missing his timing, but he has no timing here. And here's the thing, if he kills this base, in every probe here, he might be alright. Or so you'd think until you realize he has 9 SCVs. So there's nothing really for him to do here. Exploding the buildings, classic Terran move. 3rd base finish for the perfection. He knows about the base now, the Prism scouted it. He doesn't lose the Prism. This is it. This is the final push that Uber Soldate has in him. He's got 2 Vikings. It looks like 7 Marauders and some Reapers. Going up against 5 Colossi. Alright, this is over. There's already 5 Colossi here. Just watch this. Watch this, guys. It's gonna be hilarious. That's like one of those waves in the campaign where they show up with like 10 units and they get wiped out. That's what this guy just did. And he really got wiped out.